When I was a teenager, I used to hate to hear the phone ring because I always knew it was something bad. Wonder why? Follow along.
Hey, you watching, man, right now? You're watching DC Born Rob on YouTube.
Okay, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever it is you're located. Thanks for watching. You're watching DC Born Rob Erasing Borders. I'm DC Rob. Let's talk about karma and keeping your karma cup full. Like I started this by saying, when I was a teenager, every time the phone would ring, man, I just knew it was something bad. Now, every time the phone would ring, I would think, oh man, my teacher's calling. What did I do? What did I do? I was out doing wrong. I mean, I grew up in DC in the 70s, 80s, crack epidemic. This was the murder capital at that point. And I was no different. I got caught up in it. You do what your friends are doing. And anyway, I used to just wonder, why is all these bad things happening to me? Why is it always happening to me? And daily when I went out with my partners, with my friends, we just wasn't happy. I mean, we were happy together. We were a crew. But, when it came to other people, man, I didn't want to meet nobody. Who's this? Man, what? And I had that scowl on my face all the time. Never smile. Just always, man, got a problem. What? It's always, you just always tense, always on edge. Maybe that's why Medellin don't bother me. And again, when I first moved there, I heard gunshots my first 2 weeks. Didn't bother me. Didn't faze me at all. And it's because from where I come, it's just what it is. And, so I want to talk to you today about, or tonight, should I say, because I just went out with my partners. We had a good time and I'm back. But this was on my mind. It's been on my mind for the past couple of days. So I want to get it out. This is why this is, my therapy, to be able to get it out here. So, I used to wonder, why was I always mad? Why was I always angry? Why did I never smile? Why did I always get in fights? Man, I've been in so many fights. And you can't be in DC, be light skinned and not get in a fight, because people just think because you light skinned, you can't handle yourself. So you got to jump into more stuff. Then you got to head on, confront stuff, and be prepared. So I always had that attitude. Always, man. And even when I moved to Texas and I would fly home, I was peaceful here. When I found out how Texas was, I was laid back. I was loving it. And every time I flew home, I would get tense on the plane home. When I get off, I got an attitude. But it was always a problem. But I realized that life is secular. So it's whatever you put out is what you get in return. So these days, I smile for a reason. I smile and make myself happy. There's some videos that I do before you see me. If it's not the news is somber and there's nothing to smile about. But if it's, just a general video that I'm putting out, I smile. Because number one, I'm happy. But sometimes I may have gone through something before. And, I've been doing this for 5.5 years. And when I was in a relationship, sometimes, man, I just come on and I wasn't feeling it. But I had to force myself to smile. Thanks to my dentist. Carlos, you the man. Hook me up. But so smiles are important. Girls like smiles too. Girls like somebody that's gonna smile. And if a girl likes a guy that don't smile, then that's not the girl that I want to be with. Let's just put that out there too. But I want to talk to you about karma cup. Let me reiterate this. The more you put out good, the more you get good in return. When you approach people with a positive attitude, that's what you get back. It's cyclical. So when you put out something that's good to people, hi, good morning, smile. Some people may need that good morning. Some people may need that smile, and you don't know. When you're driving in traffic on your way to work, which I don't have to do, thank God. But if you're on your way to work and you're driving to work and you're tense and somebody cuts you off, and you get all pissed off now, now where's your karma cup going from there? You driving behind the car in front of you because you don't want the car next to you to cut in front of you. Where's your karma cup then? It's not full because now you're trying to stop what is reality. And reality is somebody's trying to come over. Just let them come over. Somebody cuts you off. I mean, you don't know this person. You don't need to know this person. And I learned that early on too. You know, if you don't look over at this person, you really don't have a problem. You know, when you have a problem with somebody in traffic, you just don't engage. Because if you engage and they say something and you say something, and man, I many a time asked my mom. I reached over my mom. Who you talking to? You know, and it just gets worse. And then you wonder why something goes bad that day. Something goes bad later that day because of what you put out prior. Okay, so when you put out good things come back, you know, and expectation is important. So if you expect good things to happen, then chances are you're going to smile ahead of time. So I smile on purpose. I never smiled when I was younger because number one, it shows a sign of weakness where I grew up. If you smile, you weak and you happy. And I don't know if you noticed, but I'm black and I grew up in DC in one of the most racist, I don't know where, you know, and I've hit 34 out of 50 states. And DC, the DC metropolitan area is one of the most racist. At least when I grew up, was one of the most racist areas in the country. So I had to deal with this. So we were always on guard, always aggressive. You know, and always thinking, you know, we had to, it's not that we didn't even have to think. You know, when you buy something, they slap the change on the counter instead of putting it in your hand, you know what's up. So now you're defensive already. You walk in the store with an attitude because you know how you're going to get treated. But sometimes your expectation of them, you know, something they did may have been because of your color. It may not have been. So, you know, and then if you fight it back, then again, it's secular. So if you put out some negativity, then the negativity will come back and your karma cup is not full. So all I'm trying to do this video for is to say, keep your karma cup full, put out nothing but good. Somebody want to get in front of you in traffic, let them over. And this is the one thing that you can practice today because everybody here, if you're not out of town, you're not out of the country where you don't have to drive, blessings. But if you're in this country and or whatever country you're in and you have to drive, somebody's going to try to cut in front of you. How are you going to react? Let them go? I mean, you have to realize also that things happen for a reason. So if you miss a light, you know, I've had this happen too, where if somebody slowed me up just enough to go, man, but by them slowing me up kept me from crossing a light when somebody was running their red light and running and interfering with my green, which we would have had an accident. So it happens, you know, on purpose. Life is on purpose. So things happen the way that they're going to happen. But if you expect positive things, you can create, I think anyway, again, this is all what I think, you can create your own reality. So if you put out good from the start, you give out good from the start, the good will come in return. And this is why I'm so happy right now. I'm single, but I'm happy. I'm not content. I'm not content because I always want to go to whatever that next level is. I would like that female partner to come into my life, and she will, you know, and she will right on time. So I'd rather be single and ready and prepared for the right person when they come than single and just an a-hole and just out causing problems, and then the right person may never come. So I keep my karma cup full. From the time I wake up, I try to think, what can I do positive to offset whatever negative that I put out? So if I get angry with somebody, perfect example, I pulled into the parking garage. I was on a recent business trip. I pulled to my parking garage, well, not garage, but the parking lot. And there was a car in front of me. And I was like, you know, and everything I do is on time. Everything is time. It just took too long. 45 seconds, 60 seconds. Turns out it was an older lady. I didn't know at the time. I was just like, hey, yo, what's up? You know, I went back to DC. Yo, what's up? And I pull up and I caught an attitude with him. Yo, man, what's up? And he's like, you know, calm down. You may be on the flight with her. Guess what? When I got to the airport, I saw her again and I felt so bad. She was a little bit older than me, an older lady. I don't know, 10 years older than me. So I knew my karma cup I felt off. So I approached her and I said, listen, I want to apologize. I'm the one that blew the horn behind you. because it took so long. She's like, I just didn't understand this, so they didn't work my card or whatever. And I said, I just want to say, I just want to apologize. I want to clear this slate. I'm so sorry. I sincerely apologize. And I meant it from the bottom of my heart. I mean, because my mom is out here, cruising the streets too. And I don't want anybody being aggressive towards her. So I want to put this positivity out there, and I squashed it. My karma cup was even at that point. And then everybody that I come in contact with, I'm extra friendly and thank you so much. I'm just appreciative. I'm just appreciative of everything I have. And you'll find that when you smile and you're happy, you're more appreciative. I got some people who comment. Let me just slide this out right quick. I got some people who comment that you can just clearly tell they're not happy. They're not happy in their life. So they have to comment for a little YouTuber like me, whereas they wouldn't they wouldn't go to CNN or MSNBC and comment, but they think they're going to affect my day some kind of way negatively. But right now, again, my comments are out of control. And I'm unable for the first time in 5 years to keep up with them. So I can just scoot on past it. I don't take it personally. It's just somebody else that has to get negativity out. Sometimes I may clap back, but for the most part, I mean, they can say what they want. Anybody can say what they want negatively about me. I'm just reading stories. Yeah, again, MSNBC, CNN, they get their stuff from New York Times and New York Post. I mean, somebody else is always breaking the news, but it's, how did you hear about it? How about that? If you heard about it, it's new, it's breaking news. So take that for what it's worth. But I am here to say and to smile, because I never smiled when I was younger. I never smiled. I had an attitude all the time. And that whole time I kept wondering, why is this all happening to me? Why are these bad things always happening to me? It's because I was doing dirt. I was doing wrong. And now my slate is clear. My karma cup is full. I put nothing but positivity out there. If I slip, I try to catch it and put some more positivity out there to even it out. Because life is meant to enjoy. These are all just experiences. And I'm trying to have the most experience, the most positive experiences that I can. I'm trying to go to as many countries as I can. I'm trying to immerse myself in the culture and be like a child, because that's what travel to me is. It's like being like a child. It's wonderment. What's going to happen next? That walk in Guatemala going through the dark, that was an experience. I mean, unless you had it, hopefully you followed along and could live vicariously with me, but it was pitch freaking black. But to have that experience and then walking over the mountain, which you haven't seen. I mean, I had to walk over the mountain, and my partners earlier was asking me, why'd you do that? Because I had to. Boats had already stopped, and the only way to do it was to walk over the mountain. And that was after a couple of drinks. And the only reason I was late, because I had a couple of extra drinks. I only had 2 drinks. But that was enough for me to have to climb over a mountain at dark with a flashlight in the jungle. But it was an experience. I turned it into a positive experience. It was enjoyable to me. It was wonderment. It was just what's going to happen next. And that's how I live my life. What's going to happen next? That's why I don't like to be afraid of anything. I was in Vegas during a show, and they took a break during the day, and I'm like, you know what? I might as well go up the stratosphere and jump off the stratosphere. Why not do it? And so I jumped off. That first step's a mother, by the way. I jumped out of a plane. I don't like being afraid of that. Taipei 101 in Taipei, Taiwan. I go in the tallest buildings. The only one I haven't done is Burj Al Arab in Dubai. Because they kept charging you the higher you go in a building. It just got insane. But I don't like to be afraid of anything. I want to confront things head on. I want to experience everything to the highest level. And that's what I'm doing right now. So I smile on purpose. And by the way, I look young, probably because these lights. I look younger because I'm, that's the only thing I can guess of. And good genetics from my mom. So thank you, Mom. Anyway, I'm just here to tell you to keep your karma cups full. Put out positivity, and positive things will come back in return. Stop being negative. Stop being just negative to be negative, because I grew up that way, man. And to grow up angry is just, it's not, you just doomed. I mean, you're dooming yourself at that point, but you can change this at any point by the positivity that you choose. It's a choice that you choose to put out. And again, I choose to put out nothing but positivity. I surround myself with good friends. Shout out to Lynn and B. man, a good night. And I want to say, and this is after, the night that we had too, I'm here in front of the camera, to tell people to keep your karma cup full. Put out the positivity and the negative will go away. Put out the positivity and the positive will come back to you. Anyway, remember to travel, but travel safe.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
On behalf of the flight crew, thank you for flying with us and have a pleasant day.
Okay, hold on, guys. Right quick. Remember, Christmas is coming in less than 2 weeks right now. If you need to have things shipped to Colombia, shipped to someone else, or shipped to yourself to Colombia from the United States, make sure you reach out to CaribbeanShipper.com. CaribbeanShipper.com. The contact information is coming next. Join me on social media. I am DC Born Rob Official on Instagram. I am DC Born Rob Official 1 on TikTok. I am DC Born Rob O on Twitter. Don't be like this guy right here.
You're just so stupid. I had to send you a video to let you know you're so stupid.
That's right. Don't be like this guy right here. Join me on social media. Headed to Medellin, Colombia? See my guy Andres with Nomad Travel for safe airport pickups and drop-offs and tours. Contact information in the description below.
Thanks for hitting like. You did the right thing by hitting like. Thanks for hitting like. DC Born Rob.